Another fall, another season preview for the Edmonton Oilers, and this is their how many years they've been in the NHL now? Is this for the 42nd year? Am I losing track? I think I am.
It's 40. This
I don't
is
know.
the 42nd home opener, and I've covered all 42, so that tells you how old I am.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Did they? Oh yeah, the Oilers opened on the road in their first season in
No,
Chicago, of course.
the home opener was the same date, October 13th, 1979. However, they've only played 2 games at home on October 13th in their history. The opener against Vancouver and the first game against Detroit on October 13th, 1979. 3-3 tie with the Detroit Red Wings. Messier got the tying goal late in the game.
I'm sure the Coliseum was full, and that was before there was an expansion section too, right?
Yeah,
Behind the old press box.
yeah, that was. I'm sure it was full. You know, they just come from the WHA. Blair McDonald, one of the best players in the WHA, got 2 goals that night, and on his way to 46 on that season for the Edmonton Oilers.
Well, fast forward, here we are 42 years later, and you could call it a make or break season for the Oilers in terms of them finishing higher in the standings, going further in the playoffs. But you have to start with game one. We'll start with forwards. I'm calling this, the season preview X Factor. What's the X Factor this year for the Oilers? I know they have the top 2 scorers in the NHL and McDavid and Draisaitl, but Ken Holland, addressed, buttressing his forward group over the summer. There's a few changes in store for the lineup hitting the ice against Vancouver.
Well, I think we've been talking forever about Draisaitl playing with Connor McDavid, and there's a large segment of the fan base wants Leon to drive his own line, which he could, and McDavid on the first line. But through camp, Dave Tippett wants McDavid and Draisaitl playing together, and he's able to do that because Zach Hyman came in the offseason, and he can play Zach Hyman with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the second line. So in the past, it was a bit of a black hole. If you played Draisaitl with McDavid, it was a black hole in the second line. Nugent Hopkins would play center, but who was he playing with? Hyman levels it out a bit so that they have 2 strong lines. And I think if you're, a team watching the Oilers, you get a steady diet of McDavid and Draisaitl on the power play, 3-4 times a game. But if you have to see them 5-on-5 all game too, that's heavy work for whatever, quote, shutdown defense pair and shutdown line the opposition is trotting out against a player. McDavid's got 318 points the past 3 seasons, and Draisaitl has 299. So they're the top 2 players in scoring over the last 3 seasons coming into 21-22.
Further down into the bottom 6, the third line features 2 new additions, Warren Foegele and Derek Ryan, and eventually a healthy Zach Kassian.
The Oilers badly needed one line out of the 4 that was a forechecking line that could keep the puck in the other team's end, that could cycle, that could push people around a little bit, get the puck into the crease area. Unlike the past when the Oilers did so much off the rush, and I think they're the best rush team in the National Hockey League because of McDavid and Draisaitl. You have to roll up your sleeves sometime, and that third line gives them a little bit different look with Foegele coming in from Carolina and Kassian playing on the right wing with Derek Ryan in the middle. Sometimes you have to wear the other team down a little bit too, keep the puck in the other team's end, and even if you don't score a goal, you wear them down, and then eventually you're going to get back to McDavid and Draisaitl so they can do their thing. So I think it was very much needed, and certainly once you get to the playoffs, as you know, Craig, there's so many battles trying to score a goal. You need at least one line that is a quasi, checking line that can get out there for 45 seconds and keep the puck in the other team's end and play physically. And maybe not even scoring a goal, but play physically. And certainly the teams that advance in the playoffs, as Tampa did, last year, winning the Stanley Cup with Yanni Gourde and Blake Coleman and Barclay Goodrow. That was their checking line, and when they were on the ice, the puck was in the opposition's end because they were so strong on the forecheck.